You have been unmuted. We're now recording.
I'd like to call the meeting of the Douglas Library Board of Trustees, the regular meeting for Monday, September 9, 2024, to order. And our first item is the Pledge of Allegiance. Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yeah, well, there's a delay virtually. Okay, this is the public comment section. Do we have members of the public present? Oh, wait a minute. Let's make sure we have a quorum.
We do. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Could you identify who they are?
We have Meg Clifton and Emily Sear on Zoom.
Okay. All right, public comments. Do we have any members of the public here?
Unless Kirk wants to, no, okay, he has, our member of the public has no comment.
You want to introduce yourself, anyone?
Well, I'm Kirk Smallage, and I hope to become one.
Excellent. Okay, next thing we have the reports, the secretary, the approval of the minutes from 8/12.
I looked on the website.
Oh, I put the link in.
I
couldn't get it
I
either.
couldn't get it either. I went through all kinds of things. Yeah, I would prefer if we have.
So I mean, I can download them, but I'm taking them off the town site, just like everybody
I
else.
could not.
Right, I think I asked for that though at the last meeting, just so they'd be in the packet with everything else.
So are you saying that you do not want to proceed with the minutes?
I would like to see the minutes.
So that means we would have to table them for this meeting.
Yeah, so just they're on the town
I
website.
went on the town site and I was on it for many minutes and could not get minutes.
Okay, I'll download or see if I can download copies.
And I think that we, like, I agree with Mary Ann, that they used to be in the packet.
They've always been in the packet. Yeah.
So I would like to make sure that we have at least seeing of the minutes.
Yeah,
Let me grab that link.
I hate to table them because all the statute of limitations runs from the date that we approve them. So, but, yeah.
Can people, if people are on a laptop right now, can they just check to see? Because I just
No.
went and clicked on the link from the email and it brought it right to the minutes.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
link that's in the email should pull it right
Yeah.
up.
I was able to do it and download it and print it.
So we go under,
So can I have a motion then to table the approval of the minutes to the next meeting?
Yes.
But you want to give us long enough to scan it right now?
I
No,
was gonna say I can pull it up.
I mean, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
It is several pages.
It's several pages long. It's almost, I think it's 5.
I mean, they're right there.
Yeah.
If you just turn around.
Yeah, they're up behind you. Yes, please note that the first formal meeting to use this equipment will be the all boards meeting. We're the guinea pig. And then this is all the,
It's your report.
I was gonna say, this is all my reports. So that's all.
Sure, that isn't tonight's, something,
This?
on
No.
No,
the whole
No.
program, okay.
that's September, August and September.
This is August into September.
Submission. It was submitted on September 3rd.
Stop for a moment. Thanks.
Sorry. I thought Lita was gonna be here tonight.
Lita?
Or does she just send a report in?
Oh, she sends a report in every month.
Are you just speaking to each other?
Yeah,
'Cause I
no,
can't hear.
she
No,
just,
I'm looking at the reports to see what's here.
Did we get through the end of these minutes before we? say
Probably.
anything?
Why do you have changes, Emma? Do you have changes?
Comment, one word comment.
all right, there's your minutes for the,
My comment is regarding the Friends and that letter. I felt that instead of saying request, that we were writing a letter to suggest what they could do with the money. Request and suggest are quite different.
yeah, but I wrote down the wording of the motion and that was the wording of the motion.
Remember that motion, how many, you sat right there.
Yeah, but
and
no,
how many
I
times we
kept
talked
writing,
about it.
so yeah.
My notes had request.
You had request.
On my notes, yeah. Because I tried to follow my notes in writing the letter. And then,
I just don't agree with it. That's all right. I move that they be accepted as presented.
okay,
They be.
Dale, do you want to withdraw your motion to table the minutes?
Yes, now
Okay.
that we have seen them.
Well,
Okay.
how about the people, the virtuals? Is there any response there?
Meg or Emily, do either of you have any corrections for the minutes?
Nope,
Nope.
I wasn't at the last meeting, but I read through all of the minutes.
Yeah, no changes here.
Yeah, because the speakers are
It
up
was right
there.
there, yeah.
Nice if you two were here.
Meg might have COVID. We don't want her here.
I have COVID. I tested positive on
Oh.
Saturday.
Oh,
So
yeah, we don't want you here. No offense.
I hope you
Yep.
feel okay.
yeah, I'm better.
Yeah, I couldn't leave my kids home alone tonight, so.
Did you go to the fair?
Oh,
Hey.
would
who
she?
was COVID.
She may not be able to hear you.
Oh, no,
she-
she didn't go.
Oh, yeah, I went to the fair, but I'm pretty sure I got it from school. We've been in school for 2 weeks and like I already had 3 students who were out with COVID, so I'm sure I caught it from them.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going around again. But, all right.
okay, so she made a motion, Emma made a motion. Do you want to
I'll se-
second it?
I would say I'll second it.
That
Excellent.
was Meg.
Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, we'll call to a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
But
Apparently your phone really wants to approve the
And
minutes.
you didn't want to speak before.
but I would like the minutes in the packet.
Okay, I've made a note. I'll download them and attach them.
Okay, all those against the motions? Nay? Any nays? Abstentions? Moved and accepted, I think unanimously.
Yep.
Okay, moving on. Let's see, Friends of the Douglas Library, can we,
We don't have a representative.
don't have a representative, and can we move it to, when we do the old business?
Well, it's under old business already, but
Yeah,
that was
it's,
the
yeah.
report. But
Okay.
we don't have a representative, so.
Town manager representative is not here tonight.
Donna is on vacation.
God.
Ken?
Yeah. Yeah, she's gone for 2 weeks, I believe.
Chairperson's report, I have an update about sending the letter to the library, but I'll wait till we get to old business to talk about that. I don't believe I have anything else to add, and now to the library director.
Only what was in my report. For those of you who missed the article in the River East, we had a really good article about our summer reading. We had 803 total participants registered, which is up from 45 last year. So that's, I don't even know what percentage increase that is. And the kids read a total of 2,787 hours,
Wow.
which is excellent. So yeah, we were very busy and we took a couple of weeks to kind of recover and reset. And now we're launched into regular school year programming and story time has started up. I believe Lita had 25 at her first story time. The teens are helping us plan for haunted mini golf for the Harvest Moon Festival. So you know of any teenagers who might want volunteer hours, send them our way. Yeah. And like I said, I think everything else is in my report.
Is Lita gonna go back to the grade schools again?
Yes.
Good.
Yep.
How did that go?
Very well. She talked to, I believe, every sixth grader in town. And in fact, we've had a couple of teens in who have, they're now middle schoolers, but they were rising. So they were in sixth grade last year and mentioned that they've seen her, they saw her. So yeah, and then she's working to coordinate. Obviously it's a little busy for the teachers who are just back to school, but she is working to coordinate visits throughout the year and making sure that they're aware of what we're doing here.
When she comes up with her schedule, would you ever get it to me, please?
Hmm.
If I'm there, I can touch base with her. You?
Well, we have a lot of programs coming up, don't we?
We do. We are busy, and we have more that are actually being scheduled. We're actually working on.
Now, where it says October 4th, Friday movie, maybe because it's October.
We have not determined what the title is yet.
That's what I assume.
We try to do the newest release as possible, so it depends on what has come out. So yes, but every Friday we do our matinee. But yes, and we have some additional programs that have been added since I typed that. We're working with a couple of we're doing an exchange program. I am going to a couple of other libraries and leading the class on making a purse out of a book, and they are sending someone here to do programs. So we have someone coming that we're working to schedule with from Old Lyme Public Library, who does making all natural cosmetics and such. So she'll be here. We're working to schedule someone from Bloomfield who does bullet journaling. So yeah, so we're adding things regularly.
On these programs, I know, well, I thought we had seen sponsorship included with the list.
I mean, all of these right now, the chainmail bracelet and the Firestone are from individual donations that went into Fund 16, but everything else is in-house or is
Is
free,
what?
is
In-house.
free,
Pardon?
is free. Or we are arranging an exchange for. So like the local,
I think it would be great to put that in there.
so like the local authors were not.
Like grant or free or,
Okay.
because.
Or
They
exchange. So, I mean, so basically we're funding ourselves.
Yep. And the library, and I'd encourage everyone to register to attend the author talk in Columbia. There are 3 of us, 3 local libraries are getting together to sponsor that.
That's not the Ezrin one.
She wrote the 7 or 8 deaths of Stella Fortuna that came out a couple
Is
of
that
years
the
ago.
Ezrin?
No.
No.
Yeah. But she's just come out with a new book. And so she is coming,
Juliet Graves.
yeah. So, and her
I-
last book was very popular. So,
I've met her a few times and she is a very engaging speaker, so I would definitely recommend it.
yeah, I have heard that she's really good. So you have to register through the library in Columbia because they're kind of they're the contact people, I guess. We made them the coordinator for everything. So
Meeting at Yeoman's Hall, rather.
yes,
than in-
because we're figuring
You don't
that
have
there
that
is
for-
not going to be enough room in any of our spaces.
So
So
at the library.
it's across the street.
No, it's at Yeoman's Hall.
Well, when you register, they'll tell you where to
Yeah,
park and all
I
that.
tell you all that, yeah.
Detail, yeah. Yeah.
Didn't have to say yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking.
But yeah,
Okay,
so I'm the adult services librarian at Saxton B. Little reached out to a couple of us and asked if we wanted to assist with making that happen. So
Okay, so we just go through the website.
go through their website or give them a call and they will happily sign you up.
Okay.
And the deal is that I have to get there and help move chairs.
Really refreshing.
I have no idea. I'm on chair duty.
Okay.
That's
Thought I
my
had.
contribution.
Does anyone have any other comments or questions about the report?
I'm glad you have the financial, the updated financials on here. That should make Peter happy.
I've been doing that
Peter,
for
do you have any questions?
several
on that?
months now. I think we're,
Are you all set with that?
I just had a question on account 016.
Fund 16.
Yeah. Are
Yep.
you able to get a monthly balance? on
I
that?
can ask Tammy to run one. I don't actually have direct access to that account.
That's good. Yes, if you would ask her, please,
Okay.
because Elaine always said she could not separate.
Oh,
No, I think so there's 3 donation accounts that roll into one. One is but they all are Fund 16.
You could get that information for us. It would be very helpful on a
Yep.
monthly basis, please.
I will check with Lori and Tammy.
do you about know what the balances are right now?
Fund 16 is currently sitting at about $28,000, I believe.
And Fund 16.
That is the donations that come in. So anytime somebody, like, for example, we just deposited about 500, well, we deposit quite a bit in there every month. We deposited about $6,000 in that account last year. But last month we got about $500 in donations because a woman had passed away. Vivian Horton passed away and left in her that she would like donations in her memory to go to the library. So those donations come in. I've spoken with her family and we're going to use those to provide some programming on gardening. She was an avid gardener.
She could only send the gardener to the owner of the house.
But so that's where anytime a donation comes in like that, that's made to the library, it goes into Fund 16. And that's also where, so our money that comes in for copies and so on goes to the town, but then we do occasionally get people who say, you know, I owe you 50 cents for copies. Here's $1, keep the change. That extra 50 cents rolls into Fund 16. It's essentially our donation account. That's also where, when the Lions give us a donation, for example, that's where that check goes.
So effectively, it's the library's money, not the town's.
Yes, and it is kept separate and it is rolled over every year.
That
And
is,
it is just rolled over.
Yep.
seems to me that's part of the ordinance, which ties back to the.
But so that money provides for some programs, if it's something that, you know, isn't covered by a grant or something. It also covered, for example, so the Lions donation went in there, Lita asked for some funding to restock the craft supplies so that she could do more crafts with kids. And so a purchase order for Amazon came out of Fund 16 for a couple $100 so she could stock her cabinets.
Well, normally that, to jump back to those supplies, wouldn't they normally be budgeted for?
Yes and no. So our supplies line item covers things like toner, book covers, the sort of nuts and bolts. The extras like craft supplies are not part of that budget line item. They're considered a programming expense and the town only budgets $1,500 a year for programming.
That's why
So
we're in trouble right now.
so we took some of that out of Fund 16 just so we would have sort of a good solid base.
we got what we got. I mean, I thought we did pretty well last year in getting everything, just about everything we asked for.
Pat, I can't hear you.
I said, I thought we did pretty well last year getting a lot of things that we asked for. Sometimes we get cut very heavily.
But we're going to have to change our not entire, certain areas of the budget that we had been receiving funds for and we will no longer.
I'm not quite sure how that's going to work. We're doing pretty well in making up the funds in other ways and through donations and other thing into our account. So, you know, if people keep putting money into the account, I think we'll be able to fund a lot of the programs from that. I'm hoping. And then we'll have to see what we do and put in.
We need all the other money then. Something's just not making sense.
Well, so Fund 16 has actually, it was one of the things that I was told when I started. There has not been money taken out of Fund 16 beyond $1,000 for a 3D printer.
Mhm.
So we deposit an average of about $6,000 to $7,000 in that account a year. And that money has not been coming out. It's just been,
But we don't
building
want
up.
to deplete it either.
well, it would be, we really should be spending what comes in though. Like we should be spending that $6,000 or $7,000 and we have not in years. So that's where that money is coming from that we're gonna start using.
Yeah, I'm not sure you should spend 100% of it.
Yeah, but I mean, there's,
We'll have a buffer.
we've got a
Percentage
significant
of
buffer in there
principal.
right now,
The recommended buffer is what, 2 years of operating expenses?
which would be, $12,000 and we've got close to 30. So,
Yeah.
That's what percentage, so again, you face that way.
No, I said it's basically, they figure 2 years of operating expenses. So if we're taking out $6,000
Yeah.
a year, that would be
Well,
$12,000.
we bring in about $6,000. So in the
Okay.
past have not taken anything out of that. Past several years have taken nothing out of that account. So
And that was wonderful.
my plan would be to leave, because there's like the donations from Ms. Horton's
Yeah,
loved ones. They'd like to see it used. They don't give the money just to have it sit in an account.
that would
So-
be a nice thing to show if we put it on the sponsor stuff. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, we were planning to we do on our posters and such.
For Vivian Horton.
Yeah.
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 That would be good. Okay, all righty. Where are we at now? Vacancy on the Board of Trustees. Would you like to say anything about being vacant? No, I mean, that's not right.
So I can say that the association met end of last month. And they have nominated their person to fill. They have nominated Mr. Smallage here to fill the vacancy. That recommendation has now gone to the Board of Selectmen, and it is up to the selectmen to approve that and make it official. And you're on the agenda for Thursday, I believe, for this week. So
You have to make a speech, right now.
No, he's a bumper. He's attending as a member of the public. He does not.
What he is, I'm just harassing.
I asked if he wanted to make a statement. He said no.
That was at the beginning.
Well, I've written a nice letter to Donna to give her my experience and, different things, different boards I've served.
Oh, we will get a copy of that, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Donna has
okay.
that. I spoke in front of the association to express my interest in continue to move the Douglas Library forward. And forward to the outside.
See, that's all that's,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kurt is a wonderful person.
Thank you.
oh, we've met before.
Yes, we have.
Have we heard anything from the Charter Revision Commission on our request?
we have not.
Now, I have another question about this replacement. Last month, we had a name on there of a woman who was going to attend and then couldn't.
Yes,
And
she
she still-
deferred. She did attend the association meeting and she deferred to Kirk that she was new and she felt that his experience would be
Okay, so-
beneficial. So if another association opening comes up, she is interested.
I had a person and I did not contact her. I just kind of thought wasn't the appropriate time to bring in someone new.
Well,
That was my thought.
we have to fill the vacancies.
Oh, I think we have a wonderful one.
I do too.
I hope he doesn't hear me.
Probably turning red.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you already were.
Okay, let's move on to the Friends of the Library update then. I did send the letter. You did get copies of the letter. I thought, I had quite a few people look at it to make sure it was polite and respectful. And also that it was clear that we were requesting them to do it. We gave them till tonight to get back to us. They have not gotten back to us.
they
So
didn't have a meeting. They didn't have, their meeting was not scheduled until after our meeting. Their meeting.
we gave them a deadline to the 9th, so.
Let's
Yeah,
not be
so-
tough.
But
Let's
yeah,
not be
No,
tough.
we voted on it, so we have to vote on it again. I mean, we voted on the deadline, so now we got to just extend the deadline by a vote.
Right,
Okay,
because their meeting, I understood was not until like the 17th.
You know, if our
17th September.
letter, is gonna be on their agenda?
Yes,
It is. gonna be.
as far as I know, yes.
Okay,
So that sort of
So-
answers the whole thing anyway.
no, we have to vote on the extent, we have a deadline that we voted on. So we have to now vote to extend our deadline till after, or should we make it the 20th, do you think? That would be enough
So we
time?
probably shouldn't have set a date, we probably should have said. After the meeting. I'll move that,
Well, what happens, before you make a motion, excuse me, what happens if we don't change the date and they get back to us anyway?
No, okay, if you want to do that, I would prefer having a date officially, since we have other eyes watching us.
well, we can put that in the, just have that in the minutes. The understanding that we had not heard from them, but also know that they hadn't met yet. So as long as that information is in our minutes. that
It's
should
still not
cover
an
it.
official act of the board until we vote on it.
I
So-
actually moved that we delay
The deadline.
the deadline till after our next meeting.
But when are they dissolving?
That
Halloween, right?
31st of October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've read.
So our next meeting is,
October. Hang on.
hang on, we're just gonna get the next meeting.
So then.
It would be October 21st. Is our next meeting.
Okay, so
Because
you
the
want to do it
14th
until
is holiday.
October 20, until our next meeting, October 21st. Okay,
The whole subject, you mean?
no, the response to the letter. I'm not going, to.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
No,
Yeah, so we're just,
Dale, what was your motion to,
I move that we delay the deadline for the Friends of the Library until our next meeting. We have not had a meeting at that.
okay.
time.
All right, so that was your motion. Okay, do I have a second for that motion? No second?
Yeah, I'll second it.
Anybody there?
yeah,
Oh,
they're here.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
All those
I'm
in favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Any?
You got eyes from,
Yeah, I
them.
heard, okay. I have another suggestion. Any nays? Anyone objecting? Any abstentions? The ayes have it. So that will be an extension. Make sure that gets in there. Do you think we should let them know that we've extended it?
yes.
I think we ought to be the courteous ones and let them know.
Yes. It would be nice if they also communicated with us, like if they needed additional time or if they didn't have a meeting yet. But I guess as long as we have everything in writing on our end, then
Yeah.
we should be fine.
And we have a minutes and we have a vote on it. So, it is an official act, so there's no question in anyone's mind that it was not an act of the board.
Right.
Yeah. We are official. Okay, let's see, I'm not quite sure. I'll ask, how should we do this? Get them the notice? I just write them another letter, I guess.
I guess just write them another letter.
Write
Yeah,
another letter. Okay,
and just,
With the
very simple that,
explanation that we established that first deadline prior to knowing their meeting schedule.
Right.
I mean,
yeah,
should
just,
be in there.
it's come to our attention that they had not met. And therefore we are extending our previously stated deadline to
you want to write
October
it?
21st.
Sounds good to me. I like that. I'm ready to get down.
Oh, good.
Okay, so now, so that means that we are going to also table the discussion until our next meeting.
That's correct.
Well, we wouldn't have to,
We really don't have anything to discuss.
just any
Yeah,
general,
I'm tabling the discussion until the next meeting because it's premature.
Right. Until we
Right.
have a response or not.
well, I'm gonna say anyway,
I
whether we're
tabled
gonna
the
discuss it or not, I'm going to interrupt and just say, I think we need to do what we can do in the interim to try to figure out some way to keep a friends group, the friends group, a fundraising group active.
At this moment, the feelings are so, there's such hard feelings. There's a lot of hurt, a lot of disrespect. And there was difficulty with communication. And I think that a lot of people have been so badly hurt that they're not willing to do the work that they were doing.
I agree with that, but I think that some are still willing to try to make something work.
Right, yes.
Well, we'll
Yeah.
find out after the meeting because people will be there. and they'll
Right,
be- They're saying their minds and we'll find out what they have to say.
right.
I hope they take minutes and write down everything everyone says. That would be great,
Mm-hmm.
what the discussion is about. But I don't want to, I think it's premature to discuss it until we know what
Absolutely.
both
absolutely.
sides are thinking.
Yep.
I don't even know what I'm thinking. Most of the time.
And you made that very clear what you were thinking at the last meeting.
What?
But-
That the money should go to the
Yes.
association. Yes, that's why I wrote the letter.
Well, that's why we moved that the letter be written, the whole
You know,
thing.
yes, that was my suggestion, as I recall. And that didn't come from me. That came from Donna Lanza, actually.
It came from someone who was another trustee.
No, Donna Lanza also talked to me about it. Too. Because I ran the letter by Donna to make sure that she was through her office to make sure it was okay with them too. And also, yeah. Oh, and Gail was the one who initially suggested at the meeting, and she's not here tonight.
No, and I had spoken to her earlier, so I had expected her to be joining us, but
And I know she also discussed it with Donna too.
Mhm.
So, okay, moving on to new business. Do we have any new business?
I don't believe we have any new
New
business.
business? Hearing none, we move to other business. We have any other business? Okay, moving on then to strategic plan committees. Do we have any reports?
Say that because I run the Rambler newsletter at the high school, now that school has started back up, our journalism program has reached out to all the area libraries, including the Douglas Library. So we're Drusilla's been sending us flyers to put.
I was gonna say,
into-
I sent an email this morning, so.
You did. Yeah. So we're able to keep the communication between the library and the high school going so that we can get information about programs out to high school students and their families.
Speakers be turned up. I mean, I saw you, Pat, turning your head to listen and.
Oh, I have hearing aids. I have hearing aids, so I have to turn them. They're behind my ear.
What'd you say?
Oh, shut up.
All right, I think I just boosted it to max. I can't promise anything.
Will you want somebody say something from?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Much better,
Wow.
thank you.
The Lord.
It does sound sort of like the
So,
voice.
the voice of God.
Are these speakers on?
These are not speakers, these are mic-
These are
That's what I
microphones.
mean.
Yes,
Yes, these are
Are
on.
they on?
yeah,
Yeah, I can hear all of you wonderfully.
yeah, we were worried about the pickup, whether it would be able to pick up voices.
But yeah, they're
Yeah, no,
definitely
it's-
on.
It's great. I love it.
Okay. Okay, yes, we've recorded every one of your golden words, MA. Okay, any more reports from strategic planning?
Two items I wanted to discuss, Priscilla's already answered. It's in the process of taking care of it, so I'm fine.
Okay. Is it possible that we're going to adjourn at 7:38?
Wow.
I so move.
Coming awfully close to breaking my records.
Well, she told me I had to hurry
I
because
I
she's
told
on.
her as soon as this meeting's done, I'm on vacation, so.
Oh, she's been kicking me under the table. Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn then?
I so move.
Yeah, I have
I'll
a second.
I'll second.
Meg seconds.
Okay, all those in favor signify with aye.
I
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
never.
Abstentions. And we are adjourned.